Who do we got? Richard. Can you see? Can you
Hello,
hear me, Richard?
Robert. Hello, sir.
How are you, sir?
I am outstanding and thrilled to be here. I want to thank you for your service. I did a little background search on you. You met a
Oh,
Navy recruiter and you were hooked right there. It was very good.
yeah,
So
yeah.
thank you for your service.
You're welcome. I had a whole bunch of different people I was supposed to see, and then we got a little off track. Now here's all these other people I don't know anything about. So I'm excited to have you on the show, Richard, and I can't wait to hear about who nominated you to be a Smile leader.
Well, Ken and I go back probably 20, 22 years. It's through an
Wow.
organization that was last known as CEO Space. He and I met there, and we got to connect again on the Marketers Cruise a couple of years ago. So, Ken, I don't know if you're listening, but thank you for the invitation.
8. Okay. Well, here we go, Richard. What's your story? I can't wait to hear it.
What's my story? First of all, I love listening to Charlotte. I live in a town, Taos, New Mexico. It's about 5,000 people here. And I grew up in New York, moved to San Diego, practiced chiropractic for 30 years, been in big cities, and now 5,000 people. Where, like Charlotte says, you walk around town and people say hi because everybody know, or a lot of people know one another. So when I retired, Robert, from chiropractic, and that happened because I was meditating one day. Actually, I'm going to give a backstory so you have a frame of why I do what I do now. When I moved from New York to San Diego, there were 300 chiropractors in town. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert, we're all in crowded businesses, no matter what you do. Well, I was a new kid on the block. I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to start, let alone grow a practice. Figured out publicity really fast, and that's what we're going to talk about is how you can grow your business. Publicity is one of the fastest ways to grow your business. I got myself invited to a morning television talk show, actually the only morning television talk show in San Diego. Then I got myself invited back about every month for almost a year. Then I got an article in the San Diego Tribune. My visibility is now going up and up and up. Then I got an article in the Los Angeles Times. Then, Robert, you know the expression, we all know the expression, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Yes, you've heard that over and over again. Take that to the next level. It's who knows you. You want people, when they think of someone in your space, and in my space, it's publicity, magazines, television, etc. I want them to think of me. Well, I get a phone call one day, Robert, young lady, the essence of it. Now, she didn't know me personally. She identified herself as the producer of the ABC News in San Diego. She didn't know me. The essence was, who are you? I'm hearing about you. I'm seeing your name. I'm hearing your name all over town. That's what you want people to have about you. That led to a 6:30 news segment. That's very cool. Now my visibility is really going up. Then I got a very similar phone call from the producer of PBS. Who are you? I said, I love it. You know, you're going to ask me that all the day. Then I had a PBS film about me. Now, Robert, I'll give you a clue, ladies and gentlemen. It was a long time ago. I was handing patients VHS tapes. Excuse me. Tell your friends about this. Here's give them a VHS tape. Today, when you accumulate that kind of publicity, you post it on your website, you post it on social. You want everyone to know that the media says, hey, I choose this person. Robert, I don't know if you're retired or what you do, but if you were to be featured in a big city magazine or a big city newspaper, what would that do to your business?
Wow. Who knows?
Yeah. So let me give you an example. Now, here's a magazine. I don't know if you can see it. It's the Los Angeles Tribune. You may not know the magazine, but you certainly know that lady on the bottom. Where'd she go? Nicole Kidman. We got to take that blur stuff off. What would happen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're featured on the reverse side? You get to say, hey, I've got a feature article in a magazine with Nicole Kidman or Tom Hanks or Beyonce. That adds to your influence and your credibility. You need as much exposure because we're all, again, you've heard me say it in crowded fields. We need to get out there. I don't care how good you are, how masterful you are in what you do. The reality is, Robert, if nobody knows about you, you may as well get a 9 to 5 job, or today it could be, 5 to midnight, whatever it is. You want to get so people know your name. It's called top of mind awareness. That allows you to serve more people. My hallucination is people, you're watching this, you're all about service. You're all about serving humanity. When you get to serve more people, what happens? You get to earn more revenue. And when you do that, you can take better financial care of yourself and your family. Those are the kinds of people we like to work with. And I'll be transparent. I've been in this space for 26 years. Two people, when I asked them, what do you want to do with your business? Two of them, both guys, by the way, said, I just want to sell a business and lie on a beach and drink margaritas. That's not our client. We want you.
No.
Yes, we want, I retired 20 years ago. That's where I started out. How did I get here? I was meditating one day and I heard, shut your practice and work with entrepreneurs. And there was nobody there. Well, you need to listen to those kinds of messages. 3 weeks later, I shut down 30 years of practice. And I live in Taos, New Mexico. As I said, I already owned 80 acres out here. So I came out. I figured I'd chill, relax. Couldn't do that. So I've been serving entrepreneurs for a long, long time. Listen to those inner messages. And the people we serve, for example, if we went to this group, entrepreneurs, and we said, who's got a book out? Oh, shoot, today everyone's got a book. You probably get 70 to 80% of hands get raised. If you ask who has a best-selling book, and Ken, you do this stuff also, you may get 30, 40% of the hands. When you ask who's got a number one best-selling book, you get a smattering of hands. And that's one of the things we do. We help you no matter where you are, no matter what space you're in, secure number one best-selling status, not just in one, in multiple categories. What does that do for you? When you apply for a live stage, you apply for a summit, you apply for a webinar, you apply for a television interview, you've got a number one best-selling book, and the other person applying doesn't, who's going to get picked? That's absolutely correct.
Yep.
Does it mean you're going to get picked? No, but it says you got a better chance. By the way, if you want to get in touch with me, talkaboutpublicity.com. One word, talkaboutpublicity.com. And set up a call. It's not a sales call. It's just let's see what you need to grow your business to get on television. And by the way, when we get you on television, ABC, CBS, Fox, interviews at the NASDAQ studio, interviews and features on the NASDAQ jumbotron, that gives you influence, credibility, and exposure like you cannot believe. Now, no one looks up at the jumbotron and says, hey, I want to do work with Lisa Nichols. We just had her up recently, if you know who she is. But it's top of mind awareness. You're going to find out how people perceive you. And oh, by the way, if you have any visibility at all, anything, if you've been speaking at a Rotary Club, and I can teach you how to get a sizzle reel from that, richardkaye.com, richardkaye.com/leverage. It's a couple of minute video that shows you how to leverage any publicity that you have or that you will have. And I'll give you an example. Over a year ago, I received a phone call and someone said to me, you are the recipient of the White House President's Lifetime Achievement Award. I didn't even know I was nominated. That's a pretty cool thing. There's no ROI, there's no return on investment in that. But what does it do? It's leverage. And that big smile on your face, Robert, that's what it does. It says, hey, somebody noticed this guy. So one of the things you learn in that video, again, richardkaye.com/leverage, is that's part of my email signature. Every email goes out, says recipient of the White House President's Lifetime Achievement Award. So you want to leverage everything you've got. I don't have anything. How do I start? Go to a local service club. I mean, even in Taos we have them. I'm sure even in Oklahoma where she lives, I'm sure they have them. They need a speaker every week. they need, you get to speak for about 20 minutes. Have family or go to university and get 2 kids to shoot video. And if you want to know how to do it, we don't have enough time, but talk about publicity. It's all
Right.
one word. I'll coach you on how to do that. And then you hire someone to edit that into a speaker's reel. Again, what does that do? When you're going to pitch somebody, you want them to know that you're the real deal. You just didn't crawl out from under a rock and you're just starting out. This is a way to get started. And it helps you leverage everything you've got. And then you grow, and then you grow. And if you choose to work with us, we get you on stages, we get you featured, we get you the books, we get you interviewed so that you become the choice. Again, it's top of mind awareness. You want people to think of you. And what I don't care if you're in HVAC, heating, ventilating, and air conditioning, Charlotte's a speaker, I'm a speaker. You want people to think of you so they know how you can serve their clients. What else would you like to know, Robert?
Richard, we are going to be in contact here real soon. I did a TED Talk. I have quite a bit of content out there with my YouTube channel. I am your man. We will discuss this all later. I've learned a tremendous amount from you today, and I'm excited to what's going to happen next. And I think you said, you said a couple of times how people get a hold of you. Can we go over that one more time? And then we got to move on to the next guest.
Talk About Publicity. It's all one word. Talkaboutpublicity.com takes you to my calendar link. Set up a time. We'll explore how we can serve you. And as my old buddy Zig Ziglar used to say, so we can see you at the top.
Well, it's been awesome, Richard. I'm excited. I gotta move on to the next one, but you did a great job. You got a great smile. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks, Robert.